Hey everyone, I know it's been about 3 months since my last video, but I do have some really good reasoning behind that. My organization dream was finally approved here at the University of Alabama, which I really didn't think it would happen. God gave me the vision of dream in 2013, and I did a little bit with it in high school, and then I knew that I had to bring it to the University of Alabama. One of the main reasons I went here or decided or chose this school was because of its racist past, and I knew that I wanted to change that. I knew I wanted to become an activist here on campus, and I knew that I want to eventually change the world. Like, I know that seems really cliche, but I will change the world. I will leave my mark here on this university, in our nation, and that's just what it is. Speaking that into existence, strong believer of that. But DREAM stands for dynamically reversing everything around me, and what it is our mission is to empower, educate, and serve our community. And so we're going to do that by changing society's view on our youth. So we're going to work with middle school to college age students, so including ourselves, some of you who are in college. And we're just going to change that narrative that, youth can't do anything right, because we can do a lot of things right. And believe it or not, we are the leaders of tomorrow. So it's really up to us to make these things happen and to make change and take a stand for things in our communities, because we make up our communities and our voices do matter. So that's what's been going on with that. Quick update. But it's also been a whole lot of other stuff, and I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, but to also get y'all in the loop with my life. And another big thing, or a big element of why I've been missing, sorry, not that I've been kidnapped, but why I've been MIA, is because I've been doing a lot of activism here on campus. As you know, that's what I want to do as a career. I want to be a social justice activist in the community. That's what I want to do as a career. It's not like a set job title, but that's what I want to do, and so there's no better time to do that than now. I'm a very strong supporter and believer of student movements. I believe that students definitely have the power. Our voices matter, and we can make change happen. We can see this if we look back at the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, back in the Civil Rights Movement. We can see this now going on at our different campuses around the nation, of students speaking up, making administration make changes in their policies, in the way their campus culture, climate is. We can do it. We can make changes on our campus, and so that's what I've been doing. Well, not just me. Definitely not just me. I've been working with a lot of really cool peers, making some really cool friendships, making change on the campus of the University of Alabama. The next thing I've been doing or working on with a lot of people here this semester is some social activism, as far as racism and just inequality in general goes, especially here on my campus. Pros. Definitely making a statement, really starting to get some dialogue started here on the campus, both positive and negative, but they're still talking about it, so it's still a factor in their lives, whether they want to believe that or not. Number two, that's a pro, really meeting some really cool like-minded people and kind of just finding my group of people on this campus, and that's really kind of fulfilling to me, because I was really struggling with finding people who were like me and felt the same way about things as me and weren't afraid to speak up and just really comfortable in being that kind of person. So that's a big accomplishment this year. Some cons. Administration kind of keeps proving to, especially marginalized groups and minorities here on campus, that our voices don't matter. Time and time again this semester, with the Milo event, with the incident with the student posting remarks on a Facebook student exchange ticket page or whatever, and just walking in our classes every day, the names of our buildings, a lot of different things on this campus proves to us that our administration doesn't really care to listen to what their students have to say, what they're going through, what their experiences are on their campus, that they have the right to make those changes, and they won't. So that's been a big battle, working with administration. And you know, you can get really tired doing this kind of stuff. It's really tiring day in and day out to go work on these things, trying to make a change, trying to push things forward, trying to make progress, trying to make history, and still be a student. So that's really a hard balance. And then kind of just making sure that you take care of yourself mentally and physically and kind of remain sane when all of this is happening. And it can become really overwhelming. So, I mean, it's good things, bad things. History's being made. Changes are going to be made, I believe. I wholeheartedly believe that something good is going to come out of all of this, comma, semicolon. Moving on from that, whatever. Balance is really dear and important to me because it gives me a chance to be silent. It gives me a chance to grow as a social activist in a way that I have to be a non-violent protester. I have to really dig deep sometimes, depending on comments and different statements and remarks that may come from my peers, and remind myself the reason why I'm doing this. I sit because I go to an institution where racism and hate speech is enabled here. Like, nothing happens to those that don't follow those rules. And that's something that we're definitely working on here. We definitely want to keep having conversations about that. Bama Sis is important to me for a million reasons. Y'all can look on my Twitter. I have a whole thread about why I sit. And that's what it's all about. Different students telling our peers and telling the world why we sit, why it's important for us to sit, and not just saying that we're following in Colin Kaepernick's shadow. I mean, we are. What he's standing for, well, sitting for, kneeling for, is really important, but it also gives everybody a chance to kind of share why it's important to them and why they sit, and why the national anthem doesn't necessarily apply to everyone. Because you stand or sit or whatever you choose to do because of your personal beliefs, right? And so something else that we've really been kind of touching on here on campus is the difference between free speech and hate speech. And so that's really an interesting conversation. I can have a whole nother video on that. If you would like that, let me know. Cool, we can talk about it. But yeah, so it's been a lot going on campus. Just kind of trying to keep that balance between my social activism life and then my school life and then like self-care life, trying to just take a deep breath and breathe. But that's why I've been ghost for a couple of months, because I've just really been digging deep, trying to make some changes here on this campus so that eventually I can make a change in the world. And of course, I definitely don't want to say it's all about me. I wouldn't even be able to do any of this if it wasn't for God. Like, He gives me the visions, He gives me the words, the wisdom, and everything to be able to accomplish any of this. So none of it comes to me. I don't get any other credit for that. And I definitely am working with a great team of peers that are amazing. They're very intelligent, and we can definitely have like intellectual conversations, and I think that's really important in friends, is to be able to have intellectual conversations and make change together. I think that's super cool. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today, and I'll definitely try to keep you updated with everything. I know that was a lot, and I know I said that in like one breath, and I'm looking like all over the place, but just know that's kind of where my mind is right now, all over the place. But continue to watch my videos. Definitely subscribe to my page, like and share this video on your social media networks, and let me know what other kind of videos, especially like as it pertains to social justice, that y'all would like to see, because I definitely want to talk about it. I have a lot to talk about. See y'all next time.